Hey guys, McFarland here. Going to give you a rundown. That's right, we're going to catch up a little bit. We're going to give you a rundown for Monday, April 5th. That's the title of it. But I'm going to back you up to Saturday. And the reason being is on Friday, if you're staying with me, I told you guys that I was going to come on Sunday, yesterday, and do an actual corner. I woke up with a splitting migraine headache from dehydration. So I apologize that I did not do the McFarland's Corner yesterday. I didn't get on and give you more detail. I was unable to tell you about Saturday's fishing. With that being said, wow, that was a mouthful. We just talked about Monday, Saturday, and Sunday. Anyways, this ought to be a pretty different rundown. This is last week, okay? Saturday, when we finished up Saturday, we had the same parameters, basically, with a very slow falling lake, okay? It was 402.70 on Saturday, 0 to 1 foot visibility, and a 57 to 60 degree main lake temperatures. On Saturday, we actually caught them pretty fair. We didn't crush the numbers. I think we had 8 or 9 fish, but we had some pretty good sized Lake Fork specials. They were eating the line through swim bait, okay? Let's go ahead now and get rid of this, all right? And what I want to do is I wanted to just share with you that quick Saturday deal because I didn't do the Sunday deal. All right, now you're going to see firsthand. The lake level clarity is changing just a little bit, all right? As of this morning, we are at 40264. Which is still falling, but it's falling very slowly, okay? The water temperature parameter is about the same. I did see a very solid 60 degrees in the main lake today. So we're going to get rid of all this for this coming week here. All right. I'm not gone crazy. It is a Monday, and it's kind of been a Monday. So the main lake is now 60. Even the backwaters, I did even see some 61. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and give the lake a 61. Okay. 60 to 61. And Monday today was pretty doggone tough. I don't know why. When Saturday's conditions weren't really not much different than today's, good south wind, we were able to catch them on Saturday and we were unable to catch them today. Just the way it goes this time of year, up and down. When you're throwing a swim bait, the line through swim bait specific, it's kind of like a frog bite. Here today, gone tomorrow. Today they eat it, tomorrow they bump it. That's common with a frog. And today they choke the frog, and tomorrow they just smack the frog or don't eat it at all. So it's kind of a hero or zero, as we've always talked about. And today it was, for me, the swim bait bite was obsolete. The weird thing was that it was set up perfectly, okay? All across the lake, the blue herons, Freddie the blue heron, is starting to stack up on points where the shad spawn's about to happen. Today, I pulled up on one point that had three blue herons, and they weren't fighting. There was enough food for all 3 blue herons, and yet we didn't catch any fish from that point. We watched the herons eating the shad. We knew the shad was there. I think, in theory, I think this is all just rising. This all just got there because it wasn't there last week. It wasn't there Saturday. So the bass haven't had a chance to find it yet. I also think, hindsight, that ice storm has definitely delayed the lake. It's delayed everything. Sam Rayburn, for example, is still fishing tough. And Sam Rayburn is usually 2 to 3 weeks ahead of what happens here at Fork. It's enough south, far enough south, that things happen there before they happen here. And they're still behind. So the depth of that cold snap, that big 230 hours of cold, it reached a deeper level than we expected. The cold, it really pushed them back. And the best fishing is still to come. Yet you've had a lot of big, huge fish caught off beds. 15-pounder in the mega bass. Tons of 10-pounders and 12-pounders being caught. but random here and there. Off of the beds, most of them, the really, really, really big fish, the fish down south, the massive schools, the majority has not come up yet. I'm finding massive balls of bait and shad in 30, 35 feet of water. It still hasn't come up. So the gist of this rundown is hit this. If you want to catch some fish, there's fish to be caught. There's backwater fish. You can cover a lot of water looking for bedfish. Right now they're a little shy. Over the next few days, they'll lock up again for the new moon that's coming this Sunday, Monday. So over the next 4 or 5 days, there's absolutely should expect a progression of fish coming up. Those fish are going to feed on the shell beds and the points before they go in. They're going to go in quickly, they're going to dig, and there will be more spawning fish for this new moon. And then the 2-week cycle into the full moon of April potentially will be one of the best April cycles we've ever had. I think it's really cool because the Bass Elite is coming. And if anything good comes out of that ice storm and that 7-day whole week of freeze that Texas has never ever seen before, if anything good comes out of it, it will be to see the elites time it perfect to have a full-blown beatdown for the whole entire field. It is my prediction that that's where it's going to be. They're here right in that full moon phase, the 3rd week of April. You watch. This is going to be a slugfest. I'm looking forward to it. They'll also always, when you have that many top of the top level fishermen, they're going to break down things. They're going to find things that we don't. They're going to find things that we overlook, and they're here for a different reason. So they're going to expose the lake for us. Watch for it. The BAS Elite coming here in April is going to be a magnificent one. Heavy weights, guaranteed to break the 100-pound for 4 days. I guarantee they hit the century mark. Somebody who wins it will make the century mark. But let's talk about today. Again, tough day today. You can catch some fish in the backwaters, Senkos, trick worms, wacky worms, the Strike King cutter worm, Texas rig, it 1/4 ounce Texas rig, Strike King cutter worm, watermelon red, Okeechobee craw, June bug, great colors. Just go fishing in the backwater. You go catch. You're going to come across something from time to time. Another pretty cool bite is on secondary points. Okay, find yourself a good wind-blown secondary point and throw a little chicken rig, which I call a finesse Carolina rig, a lightweight Carolina rig with the baby brush hog, watermelon seed, sun gill, always just something in the brim family, and do the tail chartreuse. You could do a watermelon fluke, do the tail chartreuse. If the sun's shining, you want watermelon red. All right, you will catch some fish. That's kind of a go-to. Most of the fish that I'm grabbing doing that are young male bucks, and most of them are in 6 to 12 feet of water. They're still pale. It means they're just getting to the 6 to 12 feet. They're coming from deep water, no sun, pale white, and they're coming up little by little, rising in that water column to come into the shallows for spring. So, man, kind of starting out this year with a lot of good, neat things to come. We haven't really unveiled the Tightline UV baits, and there is a square bill line of baits produced by Tightline, custom painted UV Tightline square bill baits. That is going to be radical here, and jerk baits as well when this shad spawn starts. So again, watch for that. Appreciate all your faithfulness and following. Thank you to all those that run into me out there in the fishing world and say hello. Please don't ever hesitate to say hello to me. I want to shake your hand. I want to say hi. And all the questions and everything, man, it just means so much to me. So thanks for following. Subscribe if you have not. Hit the like button. Comment below if you feel like it. Stick around and watch me. Wednesday, we'll be back giving you another rundown for Lake Fork. And I hope that next Sunday we can actually pull off a corner, which will probably be about a 40-minute show. A lot more elaboration and teaching you exactly a little more how to, not just telling you what we're doing. So thanks again. I'm Mike McFarland giving you a Lake Fork rundown.